Today, I want to talk to you about real estate statistics, specifically national real estate statistics. And I want to open by reminding everyone of the old adage, statistics lie. So, what do I mean when I say statistics lie? What I mean is that depending on what data you are pulling and what the parameters of it are, it's going to influence the data that comes out on the other side. So when you're talking about real estate statistics that you see in the newspaper or in the headlines, most of the time they are what are called national statistics, which means they are averaged. Sometimes those averages come from a specific group of markets. For example, the 30 largest metropolitan areas. Sometimes they are based across every transaction that has happened, whether it's been a little tiny $30,000 sale in a rural area, all the way up to a multi-million-dollar sale in Hawaii. So you need to understand where the data is coming from. Even once you do understand where the data is coming from, unless you're looking at statistics that are hyper-local, you know what they say about real estate, it's location, location, location. Those statistics are really almost useless. So consider a national statistic that's an average price. If you live in the suburban area surrounding Little Rock, Arkansas, versus in San Diego, that number is going to be probably much more than in Little Rock and much less than in San Diego. So it really doesn't tell you anything at all. There are other statistics too, like average days on market, average percent above or below list price that things are selling for. Again, it's different in every market. So I'm not sure what people are really expected to do with national figures that average what's happening in all the different markets. It just does not make a lot of sense to me. Furthermore, there are trends that are discussed that are also hyperlocal. For example, in my market in the greater Philadelphia area, here in 2025, we are seeing, and have been since the beginning of the pandemic, most offers that are winning competitive bids have waived inspections, and many have waived the entire mortgage contingency. That may not be done. It may not even be legal in certain markets, in certain states. So just make sure when you are looking at data or statistics that you understand not only where that data is gathered from and what it covers, but also just keep in mind that when things are being averaged, they may not really give you much useful information at all when you are interested in something that is so different location to location. Final note, and back to what I was saying at the beginning of the video about needing to understand what the parameters are of any statistics that are used to generate data, even if you're looking at a statistic that is hyperlocal. For example, in your zip code, house prices have gone up an average of 9% since last year. Well, are they looking at all properties? Are they looking only at single family homes? Is there any price range that is being included or excluded? Are they looking at new construction, or is that being excluded? So you really do need to understand what is going into statistics that are used when you're trying to make some sort of reasonable analysis.